Okay, I'm going to the table.
All right.
Hey, how you doing today? Well, thank you.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
Okay.
Okay, the other day we talked about how the name had to be. Okay, and you say it has to be.
Yeah, I heard that you complained about it at some sort of function, said that I was wrong. But
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. And then another thing I had is, like, say if they put in the name and they don't put in the dot, is that,
put in the dot.
you know, like you got the little oval? If they don't fill that in and they just,
Target area.
if they write in the name.
Yeah, if they put in the name, so that would show if they write in the name. Okay, say for example,
Okay.
they fill in for the write-in. They just fill in the dot and it says write-in. And if they don't write the name in that spot for the write-in,
I agree, 100%.
it doesn't count.
Okay, what if they put?
However, if
okay.
they didn't put that in there, but they wrote your name, that's still voter intent. So they're still
Perfect.
that is still
Okay, I understand
Does
that
not
one.
count if they do not mark in the target area unless there's a recount that takes place.
Okay.
Then the voter intent is looked at. But the way that the voting system's set up and the Secretary of State rule is wrote out, a voter has to mark the target area in order for the vote to count for any candidate. So even if they were to circle a candidate's name that was on that ballot, if they don't mark that target area, it will not count unless there is a recount that takes place after.
Right.
And unless there's a recount, is that?
Yeah,
Correct.
then each and every ballot is individually looked at for voter intent at that point.
Okay.
So then the Secretary of State's rule does go in and further define that if the person wrote in the name of a certified write-in candidate, but failed to mark that target area, it will count. But that's only in the case of a recount.
Okay. Well, okay. Then, like she was saying the other day that, okay, it says on my form that I turned in, it said that put in the exact name. So I put in Bob Prescott.
Yes,
Okay. Now, do they have to sign that each time? Each voter has to put Bob Prescott.
that is correct.
They can't put B Prescott. They can't put.
No, according to Secretary of State rules, it has to be what is presented by the write-in candidate, and that's why it's asked specifically from you how you want that information to be listed.
Okay.
So at a voter service and polling center, if a voter goes in and says, hey, can I have the list of the certified write-in candidates? Then our judges would present that so they know exactly how to write it. But that's what the law specifically states. It has to appear as the person certified it to us.
So
Okay.
we
Well,
can't have
this is where
anybody
my
come in and says
confusion.
Bobby.
This is where my confusion is because this is the voter intent guide.
Yes.
Okay. Page 22 doesn't state that.
So voter intent is more for intents of marks that, not for write-in candidates, right? That's more for determining if there's 2 ovals filled in, or if there's 3 ovals filled in, looking at voter intent, like what did they mean? Did they fill out these multiple ovals and then cross out? So since those target areas are marked, it cues in our system that it needs to be looked at. And
Okay.
the judge needs to look at it and determine what the voter's intent was.
Okay. Well, page 22 specifically is about write-in.
Let's look at it
Sure.
together.
You bet.
How's your day going, by the way? I didn't even
It's going
say-
fantastic. I just want to get this all straightened out before I spend
No,
30
and we
before I
appreciate
spend
that
30
because
another 30 grand.
We don't want somebody, because I mean, you don't want to have somebody just put like Bobby on
Let's
there, but like,
see.
who's Bobby?
Let's see. Oop, I got the wrong page. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
That's 21, 22.
Okay, problems with write-in area. Example, the write-in candidate's name is misspelled. So misspelt is different than miswrote. So if they misspelt Prescott and didn't spell it exactly the
Say
same,
they forgot a T on it.
Right.
that would count.
Okay.
It's not misrepresenting the name.
Yeah, but
We're not
if
fully
there's other places in here, I just want to bring this to your attention.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
There's
very-
other places in here where it says that you can leave off, like they could leave off Bob totally, and just as long as the last name is there, that's a legal vote.
And I will take a look at it further, or if you find it and you can point it out to me, because like this one, you were saying, yes, it's fine. But
Well,
this is-
I'll just leave this with you guys,
Oh,
and
I have a
then
copy.
Yeah, we have
okay.
it.
But if you can bring attention, like what you just did, what your interpretation was,
Right.
and then this, I can, address
Address
with
it.
you or explain it.
So I don't have your email. Can I get your email, personal email, or not personal, but your business email?
Yes, unfortunately, I do not have cards yet.
Yeah.
We
That's
wanna-
fine.
We hit the ground running, so they're working on it. But But yeah, absolutely. Any questions that you may have or any concerns, just let us know.
Yeah, I just wanted, before I go spending a lot more money.
And then that's one of the reasons, like we said, it states on there, this is why you want to have it exact. So in the case of JJ, he had it listed as JJ Fletcher. They didn't put James on there, Fletcher, or anything. Everybody wrote his name as JJ Fletcher.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but the way I read it in here is if they would have just put Fletcher, that would count, unless there was more than one Fletcher.
Right, exactly. And that's the reason why we can't have just Fletcher. We have to have what you want to put on there, unless if that's how he listed it as
Prescott.
If he did J. Fletcher or something like that.
There's other people in the county, because a lot of times, if this makes sense to help reason it out, probably registered in Mesa County that have the last name Prescott, and people think it's fun to write themselves in. So we don't know the intent that they meant you, Prescott, or if they meant them as Prescott.
Or your son, because your son has the same exact
Right.
name. So, you are in that very circumstance.
Okay.
So, in your case, you put it strictly as Bob. But if you had done Robert Prescott Sr., they would have to do Robert Prescott Sr.
Okay, that makes
Because
sense.
you have a junior. in
Right,
your
okay, that
family.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the reasoning why they want that exact.
Okay.
So we're trying to make sure that you're taken care of and everything goes right for you. So
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure everything's,
No.
I know what I'm jumping into
yeah,
before.
no, exactly. And
I
I
jump
was,
into it.
for JJ, he got 10%, almost 10%, which is actually
Let me get
quite.
that door for you.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Yeah,
Quite-
I'm gonna be in at the courthouse for, at a 1:30 meeting.
Okay, sounds good. See you soon. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons, like very specifically in your case, because your son is also named the
Prescott,
same-
Robert Ray Prescott.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
well, I think you answered all my questions. If I have more, I have your email.
yeah.
All right, thanks,
you, Mom.
ladies.
It's great seeing you.
Have a good
Sorry I
day.
couldn't give you a call back. We had canvas yesterday.
What's
was
that
fun.
now?
So we had the canvas yesterday.
Oh,
So
okay.
we closed the election. It was perfect. It was
All right.
awesome.